sleep. I have a procedure today. We're gonna go down my throat, make sure I'm not bleeding. I hate waking up for days like this. And I'm hungry, my throat's gonna be sore. Today's just gonna be a rough day. I'm going back to sleep. This is where I live. Those gates. 21 years of going through them. Liver transplant, hopefully it's the end of the road.
You just keep seeing that little liver pain. I mean, scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most.
Oh, it might be like a 2 or 3.
Okay.
Because it's constant.
Okay.
So basically, you're just used to it.
Exactly. So it's probably a 5 or a 6.
Oh,
Pull your jacket off. I mean, pull your arm out of here. Do we usually have a hard time getting a blood pressure on you?
No.
Okay.
Typically it's too low.
Well, that's probably what it is right now because it's not reading.
So is that a bad sign?
I mean, it's just sometimes when the machine won't read. We just need to do it with our ears. I'm gonna try it one more time and then we'll see. Let me go with the train up here. Alright. Oh, you been? I've been good. Lean back. Kind of chill for me. Put your arm up here, okay? Uncross your legs. Just relax. Don't get all worked up on me. And Dr. Cole gonna slide in here, the coolest thing ever.
Oh my goodness, yeah, he did my EDG, and he was playing Kool-Aid in the game, and I was just like, oh my god.
Was he really?
He was jamming.
Who?
Dr. Cole.
Kool-Aid in the game.
Cool in the game.
Cool in the game, whoever.
He said Kool-Aid.
Girl, okay.
Yeah.
That is wow.
The first time I heard him say the F word, I thought I would have died. He was ranting and raving about somebody, and he didn't know anybody was in the office. And I was like, oh, he just said the F word. He was dropping the F-bomb all over.
So he's like the best person to work for?
He's cool. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if you're doing something you have no business doing and he lets you have it, most of the time you deserve it.
Yeah, because you did what you did.
Yeah. For the most part, he's...
Hi, Tyrese, which again is what is making you feel poorly, but again, this is now going to be the way that we're going to be able to get you transplanted in a timely manner, which is what we want to do, right?
Yes.
So, what other testing do you have left? Did you get your heart testing done?
Is that the pulmonary thing?
Well, you have pulmonary too, lung. So just
my last test is Monday.
My own opinion is that it would be highly unlikely, Tyrese, highly unlikely we're going to find anything that will get in the way for a transplant for your lungs. It is highly unlikely. But one of the things, though, that we will need to do is make sure your lungs and your heart are strong enough to withstand this surgery. I can't believe it wouldn't be, but we'll have to see. Do you have a headache?
I just don't feel good. My liver hurts.
Huh?
I said my liver hurts.
Deep breath. Deep breath. Good. Get that for me. Is it hurt up here?
I am.
Yeah. So we could make that better, just like I did when you were in the hospital with corticosteroids. But the problem is your bilium's going to fall.
Okay.
And then what will happen is, it might fall, okay? We can do that, and if it gets symptomatic, I'm not going to sit here and beat you up. But, you know, you have cirrhosis, right?
Right.
And your liver, I mean, that's just temporizing. I just assume you get transplanted. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
Well, right, but so if you get fever, chills, we may have to do, let's see what your blood work looks like today. We're not here to beat you up. But remember, the steroids, when we gave them to you last time, they made things better for a while. But if you'll recall then what happened, it went right back up again.
Yeah, too.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And so that's why we can't keep you on steroids forever. Do you understand what I'm saying? We can't do that. So therefore, that's why we just had you go to transplant clinic. But if it gets really bad, we'll do it again. I have no, do you know what I'm saying? I mean, we're not here to beat you up.
No, it's. I've been dealing with it this long. It's nothing too.
Right, but if it, again, you're not Bruce Willis. Do you know who Bruce do you know who?
Yeah, I know who Bruce
He
is.
just found out who Kool-Aid in the gang was. Not
Kool-Aid?
cool in the gang, Kool-Aid in the gang.
You know what I meant.
He said, you had him listen to Kool-Aid in the gang. I said, cool in the gang?
No, Sugar Hill Gang.
Oh, you are way off.
No, Sugar Hill.
You know,
you know Sugar Hill Gang?
I know the name.
Oh, you may be too young. I'll play it. You're too young. Here.
He said, too young and you laugh like.
Well, right now we're having some issues. I typically
No,
listen
you
to
know,
the
you're old enough to remember.
Yeah.
Sugar Hill Gang, too.
I typically.
What was one of the popular songs?
You,
They did the hit.
Rapper's Delight.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they
Okay.
use it in Snapple commercial, which they got
Oh, they
sued
do?
for. Yeah, they got sued because they didn't get permission to use it.
That's when we scoped him, that's what we play, to have him go to sleep.
Yeah, Rapper's Delight.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I have a few questions for you.
Yeah, please, go ahead.
Are my ammonia levels going to get, even with the medicine I'm taking, the lactulose and the xifaxan, is it going to get back to where it was maybe even before transplant, like I was
Unlikely.
in October?
Unlikely.
Okay, I could.
You're going to have to live with that, which is, by the way, yet, we don't really chase ammonia levels, Tyrese, but it is yet another reason I want you just getting transplanted.
Okay.
Do you know, because, you know, for you, you know, the issue is, can't go to college, it's just, you're sort of in no person's land, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and those are some of my symptoms as far as, my sleep is off. I'm very forgetful.
Yeah, are you driving?
Yes.
That's a bad idea.
Oh,
Mom, do you hear that?
Yeah. What does that mean?
So, it means when your ammonia is high, you're more prone to having auto accidents, ma'am.
but I'm not a danger to myself.
But you can be a danger
We
to
talked
someone
about this
else.
Last time you were here.
Did we? Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. So let me tell you what has happened. I had some older gentlemen run over their grandkids
Oh, God.
on a tricycle in their driveway who looked just like you. Maybe, obviously, they're grandkids. So he was older than you. He didn't have his nice sunglasses, but otherwise, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really going to tell you, with this, don't be driving. Okay, do not. And it's for your own safety. Okay, right. I do not want anything happening to him. Do you understand what I'm saying? I
Yes.
do not want anything happening to him.
So I'll have to take your keys, dude.
Yeah. Did you hear that? Yes. And you'll send me a Christmas card later, Tracy. Okay, can you add it?
Oh, God.
Stop driving, send Dr. Cook Christmas
Christmas
card.
card, exactly. Yes, go ahead, Tyrese. Other questions, please.
As far as my intestines, did you see how
No, so you know something? I apologize for whatever reason. The report and the films aren't up there. So they haven't been transmitted, which is why there's not a report. You had this on March 17th, which is why I asked you, because I knew we sent you for it, and the report isn't there. And then that sometimes doesn't get in the way, Tyrese, because we can still look at the films, but for whatever reason the films aren't there. So I just emailed the guy who did the study, because I think they had a little bit of a glitch and forgot to send the films over. So if you don't mind, I will let you know by the end of the week.
Okay.
Okay, we should know. I apologize. We should know. That's just wrong.
That's okay. Far as okay, so a few years ago when I was at Riley, my liver was not a concern. The biggest concern was my small intestine. And I know possibly getting the new liver. Well, getting the liver. But as far as my intestines, like, is there anything that can not fix it, but at least help with the absorption and the what is it? Yeah, the absorption and all that stuff that it's supposed to do. I read about doing a little research, and it said that looking at some of the stools, how they're fatty and they float.
Yes.
And that could be due to overgrowth of bacteria.
Yes. So you're on rifaximin now, right? Mm-hmm. So we're treating the bacterial overgrowth. No, it's the reason your stools float is the reason your stools float is because you don't make the bilirubin, you're yellow, so you can't absorb fat.
And that's why I can't put on weight?
Yeah.
Ah.
Kind of figured.
Okay. I can't. So with the new liver, I'll be able to put on some weight a little bit, because this frail look is not attractive. I mean, it works for you ladies. It does. It does. But for me, I mean, it's not working.
What is it?
Like the frail look. Like
Thin.
I look like
he wants a little muscle.
I look like the flipping crypt keeper sometimes.
Okay, do you know something? I'm going to give you a little pep talk about that, because I was once your age, over 30 years ago.
I wouldn't say all that.
Okay, but you will thank us at your 30-year high school reunion. Okay?
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Okay.
You'd be amazed.
Yes. Nikki, what year high school reunion have you been to?
Oh. Let me walk away on that.
Right? Have you noticed? Do you think the guys who complained about being thin were sorry 20 years later?
It's gonna work out fine.
Yes, it will all even out, Tyrese.
They'll be looking like Uncle Eric.
I mean, Uncle Johnny.
Yeah, the guys
Uncle
who were
Eric.
built in high school come to the reunion.
Uncle Eric.
With a nice belt.
Yes.
And,
400 pounds.
But people who are thin tend to.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So let's put it this way: vanity can get you into trouble.
No, he's for real.
I hear you.
Okay. I would worry about. So I would shift focus to something slightly different. You know what that is?
Sure.
Saving your life. What do you think?
I've been
Looking buff or saving your life, which is more important?
I take the life. You
Right.
can't have too much muscle if you're not living.
Right. Exactly. Okay. I wouldn't worry too much. It's actually a good thing, quite frankly, because again, it is just what Nikki has said, which is that some of these people that you will meet later in life, you will be very happy. Okay, Vera, what do you got there?
Oh, these are all my questions.
Yeah,
These are some of my symptoms that
Could I just go through them?
Yeah.
Change in sleep patterns and thinking, that's all the ammonia, poor concentration, handwriting, that's why you're not driving. Slurred speech, it's really why you're not driving. Unconscious, unresponsive? No.
That's if I was
How much intestine do I have remaining? I should have known the answer today. I didn't. But I don't think you're going to need a small bowel transplant.
Yes, because they keep saying something about that visceral thing, and I'm like, no, we're not changing it. I don't want that. That's a lot of stuff.
Oh, the multivisceral?
Yeah, that's
okay.
it.
What is that?
Liver and
Just
intestine.
more than one.
Liver and intestine. Jolene was like, you don't want that. She said, if you need it, get it. But they're only talking liver. That's the only thing you need to get.
Concern yourself with.
Yeah.
Did he answer all your questions?
Yeah, please, I'm here.
Do you have any questions?
Fire away, kiddo. No, I'm here, kiddo.
I have a question.
Fire away.
So 2 months. Like, say we get it. this is hypothetically, say we get it like the end of April, May, June. She stopped. I think it was you. No, it was the other coordinator that said I could possibly go back to school in August.
If you get transplanted, yeah.
But if not, no. Correct?
Huh?
If not, he cannot go back, correct?
In the fall, but he could go back the next spring. So you're young. So young men your age that we have transplanted who are working have been back at work 6 to 8 weeks after transplant.
Oh wow.
Now, I think they're nuts. Huh?
I think that's crazy.
Well, no, youth trumps a lot, Tyrese. We're all jealous of your youth. Okay, both Nikki and I are sitting here just simmering in envy, just because we'd all love to have youth. You should, knock on wood, bounce back fairly quickly. But it doesn't mean you will be back in school. It's just the potential exists. You still have to recover without hiccups.
Right.
And if you're not transplanted, well, it ain't gonna happen.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Oh, when we get no.
No. So were you asking if you do not get a transplant, can you go back to school?
No,
Is that
I was
what
saying
you were asking? Or was that
No,
what I was saying?
no. If you can't drive, dude, you're
Right.
That's what you were
That's
asking.
what I was asking.
Okay.
When we get the transplant, I guess for her sake, for Mom's sake, I would stay for maybe a year and a half. But I really am stuck on leaving Indiana. I mean,
Okay.
honestly, reason.
You don't like our governor? He's such a class act. So anyway, so that's fine. Actually, we can have people leave even sooner than that, but a year is good just because we know everything is okay. As long as you go to a part, wherever you go, we'll just follow up at a transplant center. There are transplant centers all over the country.
The only reason why I'm still here is because of you. And I don't mean to put that on you, but
Yeah.
you're
Okay.
the best.
Where would you want to go?
Atlanta.
Yeah, fine. They have 2 excellent transplant centers. I know the
Is
directors
Emory
of
one
both.
of them?
Emory's one, and then the other one is Peach. What the heck is it called? Piedmont.
Oh, Piedmont. Oh, yeah, I know that.
Yeah, Piedmont.
They're
They're both excellent.
okay. Because I'm applying for back to Morehouse
Yeah.
in Georgia State.
Yeah, they're both excellent.
Okay.
You will be well cared for.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that is all my questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Nikki, if you don't hear from me about his enterocolitis, remind me to look at it. I can do it.
Okay, that's it.
And driving stuff is on there.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you.